Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? There's nothing too good for a girl that's so true. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? Bought you a fur coat for Christmas, a diamond ring, a Cadillac car, and everything. Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? Hey, History of Rock folk, glad to see you. Sorry it's been a while since I've had any recent communication. I've been dealing with some illness and some very weird technical issues, but nevertheless, I apologize for the delay, but here we are. We are on this downhill slope. We're nearing the end of the semester, a couple of weeks away. I wanted to let you know that I've enjoyed getting to read your written reports and to read through your lively discussions on the Let's Discuss portion of our text. So really good job going with those. So far, it appears everyone's doing great. Remember my motto, you do the work, you're going to make an A. Please don't stress, folks. I'm aware many of you have other courses, you've got lives, you've got jobs. I get that. And you may be, dealing with other final exams that are coming up. All I ask is that you do your best, okay? And it is very difficult to fail one of my courses. How do you fail it? Don't do any of the work. Don't communicate with me. Don't participate in any portion of the class. You're probably going to fail. So, but none of you fall into that category right now. So please, just, do the best you can. If you have issues, communicate with me. Shoot me an email, and many of you have, and I've enjoyed getting to work on our discussions. And if necessary, if we have to have a face-to-face meeting, we can certainly set one up. I know some of you have already set those up with me, and I look forward to getting to meet you in person. But once again, you do the work, you participate in the discussions, you communicate with me if and when it's necessary, you're going to make an A. So even if you don't do so hot on, quizzes or exams, you're still going to make an A. I grade as much on effort and engagement and participation as I do on correct answers. So there you go. Okay, so our final exam is coming up, and it will open on Sunday, April 21st at 12 a.m. Remember, usually the sections of our text, that's when they open on a Sunday evening, and then they close on a Saturday evening. In this case, our final exam will close on Friday, April 26th at 11:59 p.m., primarily because Friday, April 26th is the last day of the semester. So you have the entire week from Sunday to Friday. But remember, you must take the exam within the 120 minute, 2 hour time frame. You can't start the exam, pause it, go get a sandwich, whatever, look it up, answers, and then come back. You have to finish it within that 2 hour time block. That's just the way it's designed. So that's why I give you the week. Take the time. If you need review, take the time. What not to do is to wait until Friday to take your exam. Don't wait until 10 p.m. on Friday night and try to take your exam. Anything could happen in that time frame, folks, so please. If you want to take the exam early, take it on Thursday. Give yourself some time. Give yourself a little bit of a window, and then use the time wisely. Look up what you need to look up if you need review. And as always, if you have questions, you are certainly welcome to see me and to email me. And if necessary, as I said, we can certainly set up an online or face-to-face meeting to work on any issues or any problems that you might be having. So that is one of the downsides, I guess, to online learning, is there's not much interaction between professor and student, just simply because we're not physically in the same space. So, but I have enjoyed getting to communicate with the majority of you, if only through our online course. So like I say, it's been great to get to meet everybody. But it is kind of it's kind of sad because, again, I don't get to have much physical interaction or face-to-face interaction with my students that are online. So instead of that, I thought I would share with you something special. I wanted to share with you this little history of rock and roll book that comes from my granddaughter. She will turn 2 in July, and while she loves this book, especially when either her mama or her opa, her grandpa, reads it to her, but I was positive that she wouldn't mind it if I read it to you. So I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Story of Rock. So let's begin, shall we? Are you sitting comfortably, my children? All right, so it says here, you ready? There's an old song that says blues music has a soul. And it said, then the blues had a baby and they named it rock and roll. Chuck Berry came along with a guitar and made it sing. And he did indeed make it sing. Then Elvis Presley shook things up and the people crowned him king. Then we have Bob Dylan. He gave us poetry. And then with the Rolling Stones, they brought style. And then we had the Beatlemania. Rock made the world go wild. And then we had someone named Janis Joplin. In the long summer of love, Janis Joplin's voice rang loud. And then we had the Who smashed their instruments. And then we had the Dead that jammed for the crowd. And then in 1969 at Woodstock, hippies gathered all around. And then we had Hendrix, who wailed on his guitar. It was such an awesome sound. And then we had someone called Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith. Aerosmith dreamed on while Zeppelin played full blast. And then we had the Ramones. Punk rock, really, really fast they played. And then we had AC/DC. They wore school uniforms while playing Back in Black. And then we had Scaramouche saying Queen as they brought opera back. And then we had David Bowie, his song Let's Dance. Oh, that man knew how to dress. And then we had Tina Turner. She ruled the 80s. Her voice was simply the best. Then we had 80s rock, had big screams and even bigger hair. We had somebody called Slash. They couldn't see his guitar. And then we had Bon Jovi, who was living on a prayer. And we had Pearl Jam and Nirvana. They rocked with the lights out. And then we had, in Seattle, grunge was born. Then ska fused with rock, no doubt. And then we had Weezer. They dressed like Buddy Holly, and their cruises were a ball. I don't know if you know anything about Weezer and the cruises, but it's kind of cool to read up on. And then we had, and who knew, the White Stripes weren't brother and sister after all. How about that? What do you think about that? Then we had, now some people say that rock is dead. Most greats are in the sky. But The real truth is that rock and roll will never, ever die. The end. I hope you enjoyed this little story. I hope you have an awesome summer, folks. It's been great to get to know each of you. Take care, and we'll see you. I'm a sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will, you've made your kill, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm just like an apple on a bough, and you're gonna shake me down somehow. So what's the use? You've cooked my goose, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm so hot and bothered that I don't